I got $500,000 in funding in less than a month. I'm gonna teach y'all. Now the proof is all on my Twitter. Go and check it out. I want to drop a quick disclaimer though. What works for me might not work for you. So don't waste all your money blowing those challenges. Don't waste your money. And the title says $500,000, but it's rounded up. I did not exactly get $500,000 funding on the dot, but it sounds better. So let's get straight into business and make myself a little smaller. Now, the risk to reward with these prop firms are so insane that you can. I don't know how they are still operating. I don't know how people are not milking them even more, but it is what it is. But if you realize it, you pay not even 500,000. You pay $500 to potentially get 100,000 in prop firm equity simulation capital, which means you have 10,000 free equity to play with, and they pay you 80%. This is so, when you think about it, it's actually insane that they're just giving money to us basically for free. If you're a goat like me, but if you're a loser, then you're gonna lose your money. But okay, let's just get that out of the way. So if you get one payout on 100,000 prop firm challenge, that means you only need a 2 risk to reward on 1% risk on 100,000 funded account. Why? So when you get a 2 RR, that means you get 2,000 payout. 80% of 2,000 is 1,600, and they refund you your challenge fee, which is then 500. We are using 500 right now as example because there's discounts going on and stuff. So the odds will be even more in your favor because you can buy more challenges, obviously, if it's cheaper. So that equals to a 2,100 payout. So if you were confused, now I explained it, which means that you can pass only 1 out of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can pass 1 out of 4 challenges, and you can still make your money back and get a risk-free 100,000 simulation prop firm account. Your mind should be blown right now because that is insane. And yet you are not sticking to your model when you know you can milk these firms so insanely hard. So with 1 payout, you can buy 4 accounts, you can pass a few accounts, and then you make few more payouts, then you buy more accounts. It's just infinite scaling, and I don't know how y'all don't realize it. Maybe you realize it, but you just don't know how to stick to your model. But it's insane. And people are still not making money somehow. That's crazy. Now, the strat based on my model. So, 100,000 prop firm challenge has a profit target of 8%, daily drawdown of 5%, maximum drawdown of 10%, just for a measly $500. If you don't have $500, go and hit the oil rig, or whatever it's called. Go and get a job, bro. Go flip some burgers, bro. $500? Come on now. So, my model, as you guys know, during the challenges, I don't swing trade. I don't do anything. I just take my TP and gone. So it's usually between 2 to 3 RR. Now my win ratio is between 60 to 70%. So that's why I'm able to risk a lot. So this strategy might not fit your model, and that's okay because I'm explaining what I did to get to where I am. Now my risk management, in phase 1, I risk something between 2 to 4%. Why 2 to 4%? Because I risk 4%, and if my equity, I guess, goes to minus 8%, I only have 2% left. Then I drop it to 2%, and I will explain you in the examples in a bit, so chill if you don't get it. And in phase 2, I just risk 2.5%. Now, the examples are going to just be phase 1, but if you wanna know how I trade phase 2, then you just change the risk parameters to 2.5. Easy as. Now my model, as you guys know, the trades, the model is also on YouTube. The trades are all on my Twitter, so you guys can see and check it out for yourself. It's not rocket science. Just a little 2 to 3 RR. And that's gonna make you financially free if you stick to it. Hopefully. Inshallah, boys. Now, Let me move my camera a bit. In example number 1, you win one trade and you risk 4%, and you take a profit at 2 RR. You passed phase 1. Wow, that's crazy, right? Now in example number 2, if you lose one trade, you're minus 4% in drawdown. Now if you win the next one on 4% risk, and you TP at 3 RR, you pass the challenge. And you guys still fail. 2 trades. 2 small trades and you pass a whole phase. Example number 3. Now, if you lose the first trade, minus 4% equity. If you lose the second trade, minus 4% again, so minus 8% equity. And then you win the next trade on 2% risk, 3 RR UTP, you gain 6%. So your equity is a minus 2% now. Now you have 8% to play with. So you risk 4% again. If you TP at 2.5 RR, not even at 3 RR, at 2.5, you pass the challenge with a 50% win ratio. And people are still failing challenges. It's so insane to me, but how can you not milk these firms knowing that you just need a 50% win ratio and a 3-to-2 RR? It's so insane. But you don't even need a 50% win ratio. Because if you buy 4 accounts, yes, 4, what are the odds you're going to win 2 trades in a row on 2 RR? You risk 4%, you win 2 trades in a row on 4% risk in phase 1. So that means you passed phase 1. And then on 2.5% in phase 2. That means you pass phase 2 too. And then you have a 100,000 account. And let's say you lose let's say you lose 2 in a row. So you're minus 2% because you're not going to risk 4% live, I assume. So you're minus 2%. You win 2 trades, which puts you up plus 2% on your account. And then let's go back to this slide. If you are up 2% on your account, you get 2,100 payout. And then you can buy another 4 accounts. Crazy, right? And people still fail. It's so insane. So I don't remember where we were. Let me check. Hope we were here. I hope. So example number 4. If you lose your first trade, minus 4%. If you lose your second trade, minus 8%. Now this example, maybe you're mentally not feeling good like me. Like you ain't no man. Like you cannot hold 3 RR like the last example. So you just take your profits at 2 RR, which gives you breathing room of 6% because your equity is on minus 4%. If you risk 2%, you TP'd at 2 RR, you gain 4%. Now you have 6% breathing room. So now you're a bit more confident. You risk 4% again. You TP at 3 RR. You pass the challenge. Yeah, at 50% win ratio. Insane, right? Insane. So example number 5. You lose your first trade. Minus 4%. You win your second trade on 2 RR. Plus 4%. Now you're going to risk 2% because you only need 4% to pass the challenge. And then you're going to TP at 2 RR again. And then you pass the challenge. Now, let me give another example. You lose, so you're on minus 4%. You win, now you're on 4% again. Because you win 8% if you TP at 2 RR. You lose your next trade, which puts you back at 0% equity. And then you win the next one on 4% risk. Not on 2% risk, excuse me. On 4% risk. So this is a typo. I'm not going to fix it. So the 4th trade is a typo because I remember making this example. You win the 4th trade on 4% risk. So then you gain 8%. And then you pass the challenge. Crazy, right? Is it that simple, Honor? Yes, it is that simple. You just suck. Excuse me, you don't suck. You're the GOAT. So, if you enjoyed the video, let me move my camera real quick. So if you enjoyed the video, boys, make sure to leave a nice comment, because I know y'all love coming in my DMs and complimenting me. But if you give it a nice comment on YouTube, it's going to help push the video into the algorithm, I'm pretty sure. I think. I'm not that sure. So please leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell so you get notified when I upload for the next time. Join the Discord, join the Market Milkers. If you want to learn my model, join the mentorship. If you want to become a goat like me, just watch me, copy me, watch all my other videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.